More Southeast Conference play coming to you tonight from the Carlin Lynch Activity Center at Dartmouth High School. The Lady Indians hosting the Durfee Lady Hilltoppers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Evan Massoud. Welcome to the broadcast on DCTV. Great to be with you to wrap up the work week. Durfee's coming in at 8-7. They just played Dartmouth last night. A really rare situation, having basically a home and home. One game at Durfee, one game here at Dartmouth. This game was supposed to happen, a while back, and then it got postponed a couple times, and now you got the back-to-back games. So, I talked to Coach Jeff Caron, who's making his return to Dartmouth High as a Hilltopper once again, and he said this is the first time he's seen a team twice in 2 days. So, rare situation. Again, not a common thing that we see here in high school hoops. Last night, the Indians defeated the Hilltoppers 49-40 down in Fall River, and it has given now the Hilltoppers 3 straight losses, and they've all been in the conference. So, bit of a step back for Durfee over the last couple games. They've seen New Bedford, they've seen BR, and now they've seen Dartmouth, and they'll see Dartmouth again just in a couple minutes. They're warming up behind us. Coach Richards' Indians, he said, quote, "It's kind of been a whirlwind season," and I think most of the coaches in the area would agree. They're 7-7, but they've lost a few of their last games, kind of hit a bit of a rough patch in the middle of the season, but over their last 3, including last night, they have won 2 out of 3. The other win coming last Wednesday, which we had the call for, the Apponequet game last week here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center. So, what will tonight bring? Well, last night, Crane put up 29 points in the 49-40 victory at Durfee. So if the Hilltoppers learned anything from last night without the benefit of a practice today in between, that they have to try to limit Crane in some capacity because she really burned them last night. But if you're the Indians, I'd say get it to the hot hand. She's done her job. She was the spark last night, and go with what worked. Again, both teams not having a day off to correct any mistakes. So one day at a time as we hit the stretch run here down the season. It's going to wind up soon. We only have less than 2 weeks in the regular season before the cutoff. Should be a good one tonight. We hope you'll stay with us for all the action. It's coming up live. Girls Hoops, Durfee versus Dartmouth. Stay with us. We are back here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center, just about ready to get varsity hoops underway. Evan Massoud with you for the call on this Friday, February the 11th. Can't believe we're already almost halfway through the month of February. Hilltoppers, as I mentioned in the open, at 8-7. Indians at 7-7. And Dartmouth just off a win last night against these same Hilltoppers. That game was down at the Luke Urban Fieldhouse in Fall River. So, very unique situation to see a team back-to-back nights. Again, not something that's very common at the high school level. Coach Jeff Caron for Durfee said it's never happened for him as a coach, or at least not to his recollection. So that shows you how rare it is. I mean, Jeff has been coaching for a long time, so it doesn't leave much room for making adjustments and looking at things, not having a practice, of course. And so it really comes down to good pregame meetings, which right after I spoke with him, he went to speak with his team. So, and talk about what went right last night and what didn't. And I'm sure Coach Richards did the same with his Indians as we are underway. The Hilltoppers will start with the ball. Durfee in their road black uniforms with red numbers. Indians wearing their home whites with green numbers. I actually haven't seen the girls in their black uniforms for Durfee. Durfee's colors, of course, black and red, but so often we see, white and red. Or white and black. We don't always just see the black and red. These are pretty sharp uniforms. So that's something different. Of course, I always like the Indians' uniforms no matter what, because there's so few teams that wear green down here in our area. There's so many teams with red and white and black, and a lot of teams with blue. So nice to see some contrast on the court. We've done some games where, particularly with football, where it's a real mismatch in terms of you can't tell who's who. They wear the same color jerseys. I think there was a basketball game I did last year too. It's kind of the same situation. Needless to say, I digress. As we are a minute into it, and Carrero gets the Hilltoppers on the board. Carrero coming into this game, 51 points shy of 1,000, and now she's less than 50 there, sitting at 951 for her career, 49 points away after that first basket. She was leading last night. She had 13 points. She was the average scorer leader for individual scoring points for the Southeast Conference coming into Tuesday's game against Bridgewater Rainham, and she still put up 18. 11 of those 18 points came in the fourth quarter. She hit 3 threes with I think within 2 minutes, if memory serves right. It was very close to the end of the game. So she can go off. We're closing in on a milestone. I touched on it last Saturday when the boys were here, and Javon Holly for Durfee chasing 1,000. Well, Mackenzie Carrero for the Lady Hilltoppers, she's also chasing 1,000. So milestones for Durfee on that side of things. Coach Akaru getting it to Chiefbro down low for the Indians' first basket of the night. Crane had a night last night, 29 points in the victory. She allotted for more than 50% of the team's output. I can assure you that did not go unnoticed by this Durfee team. And that is something that they're hoping they can contain Ava Crane tonight better than they did last night. Carrero for 3, and it is going to be short. Kicks back to Hargraves. And we're going to have a jump ball. And while they reset here, at 5:40 left in the first, we'll run down the starters once again here in case didn't come through on the PA. For Durfee, number 1, Mackenzie Carrero. Number 2, Lauren Kuchar. Number 4, Julia Hargraves. Number 14 right there, Margaret O'Connell. Number 24, Maya Hayes Paulette. And of course, Lady Hilltoppers led by head coach Jeff Caron, his first year coaching the girls at Durfee after many years coaching here. Great feed down the court in quick transition, and Cheesebro puts it in off the glass. For the Indians, they're starting 5. Number 4, Casey Oliver. Number 5, Ava Crane. Number 14, Abby Zuber. Number 21, Alexandra Kojakaru. And number 44, as we just saw, Catherine Cheesebro. And Scott Richards, the head coach for Dartmouth. I asked Coach Richards about the last week or so. The last time that we were here, I think Ian had the broadcast last week, was against Apponequet, and what a strange game that was. Looking back at that one, it was one of the lowest scoring games I've probably ever seen, at least through halftime. Very surprising. It just was not an offensive night, but through the half, it was 7-5 at halftime. Lakers and Indians here, as Hargreaves went down pretty hard down in the paint, getting up okay. The foul is on Crane. But really, 7-5 at halftime after 16 minutes. That makes kind of for a long game. The shots just weren't going down. And then you look at, last night, coming in against a Durfee team with 8 wins, Indians hung up 49 points. So just goes to show you can't, this is why we play the games, right? You can't just take anything for granted. You've got to play the games, because no matter how much you analyze, how much, broadcasters like myself will speculate how it's going to turn out, you just don't know. And Dartmouth ended up winning that one last Wednesday, part of this little stretch where they've won 2 out of 3 games. They won that one. Hold on, I had it up. Had it on the screen, now I lost it. There we go. That one up and in by Carrero. Yeah, that win against Apponequet, just 30-12. They held Apponequet to just 12 points in the game. So, you don't always have to have a big night offensively. The same thing could be said for the Hilltoppers. Their game on Tuesday this week was against BR, and we know how tough BR is. They're ranked in the state. And in the first game Durfee played against them, they allowed 60-something points. They lost by more than 20. That's going to go out of bounds. But on Tuesday, an off night offensively for the Hilltoppers, but the defense was there. Coach Karen said he was very pleased with the defense. They held BR to just 44 points. He was hoping for 10-point quarters. Well, essentially on average, it was 11-point quarters. That's a strong performance against a team like Bridgewater Rainham. So, you take everything with a grain of salt, and every game is very different. Coach Karen put it this way: you got to have, it's the midnight rule. Once the clock hits midnight, it's a new day. You got to put the last game behind you and move on to the next. And that's what they're doing tonight, both teams. Hayes Paulette puts it up, no good. It kicks back out to Kuchar, who wants 3. It's long and off the glass, but Hayes Paulette gets the rebound. Now to Carrero, tough jumper. It's hard off the iron in front, and it kicks out of bounds. Halfway done with the first already, 4-4. 2 baskets for Carrero, 2 baskets for Cheesebro, and that's it. And a foul. It'll be Hilltoppers first. Kuchar will get tagged with it. And it'll be an inbounding pass for Zuber, who also, she picked up the second Dartmouth foul while I was talking about the last couple games for both sides. Cheesebro puts it up and in. So all 6 points for Catherine Cheesebro. Almost lost that one. It looked like Oliver got a hand on it to kind of jar it loose. Carrero looking for room, gonna kick it out this way to O'Connell, and it hits off the front of the rim and it bounces over it and out of bounds. Hilltoppers will get to inbound. It went out off of the Indians defenders, and a fresh 30 to work with. Kuchar passing to Hayes Paulette. Jumper from free throw length was no good. A little strong of a shot. Cheesebro lost it. Carrero almost carried it there. It's going to go out of bounds. Transitioned from one hand to the other and took a little extra second. Depending on the official, that could have gone either way. Hargraves looking for someone, finds Kuchar. Now to O'Connell. Carrero calling for it, gets the screen. Oh, collides with Hargraves, who's trying to use Hargraves as a screen. Now they'll get it to Carrero. Well defended. Cheesebro there. Oh, and a travel. Subs for the Indians as Jenkins and Hall have entered the game. Kojikaru and Zuber take a seat on the bench for a short while. Oh, Carrero doesn't get it to go. Those are the ones you got to have. You get that steal, you get that defensive stop, and you're all alone down low. You got to have those. Crane with her first basket, and it's 8-4. Back to Hargraves. Hargraves just bumped it, goes out of bounds. It'll be Indians ball. A little bit of contact there from Oliver. Nothing too egregious, but definitely was bumped. Hilltoppers using a bit of a press. Kind of upsetting the Indians' flow there as they were playing a half-court press a little bit. O'Connell off the fingertips and off the backboard and in. Durfee playing up again up front. The disadvantage of doing that is you chance someone creeping in behind, and that's exactly what happened there. Jenkins snuck in from behind, and the Hilltoppers will pick up their second foul. It's the first one for Hayes Paulette, and 2 shots for Jenkins, who just came in. Missing the first. It's the first free throws for either side. Take a look at it here. Durfee was playing up, but 4 girls back. It left Hayes Paulette clearly a foul, but it left her all alone and not evenly matched. 1 for 2 at the line is Jenkins. It's 9-6 as we roll up on 70 seconds in the first. Oh, right through the hands of Juliana Souza, who just checked in for Durfee. Right through the fingertips. As Kuchar took a seat on the bench. Out to Charlotte Ronan, who's also just checked in now for Dartmouth. So both sides making a few substitutions. O'Connell taking it across the Dartmouth emblem. Getting it to Hargraves. O'Connell. Now to Hayes Paulette. Carrero coming around, and he'll get it out to Hargraves. Flips it up high off the glass. Desperation shot, might have had it deflected a bit on the way out. 20 seconds left in the first. The shot clock is off. Indians try to take the last shot. We'll see if they hold. And a travel. They won't get that last shot. Hall missteps. And Durfee will have 10.6. Chance for the Hilltoppers to tie it up with a 3 at the buzzer. Carrero, full steam ahead. That was clearly deflected. Oh, 3 from way out at the buzzer. Oh! Let's take another look, and that comes off of what I thought was going to be a foul down low. Cheesebro from the emblem, half-court 3 at the buzzer. How about that? So the Hilltoppers will be down 12-6. The Indians. And Cheesebro leading the way. 9 points for her out of the 12. For Durfee, some more offensive troubles from the field, getting the whole team involved. That's kind of been a bit of a story over the last week or so for Durfee. They have not gotten out to quick starts, and I think that's hurting them. Of course, when you're playing from behind, that always changes things in general. That goes for any sport, of course. You know, when you're leading, you can do more of what you want. Pressure's off. So Durfee's got to play from behind. Hilltoppers will have possession to start this second quarter. It was a fast first quarter, only 4 fouls total. So pace of play was pretty good, and just 1 trip to the free throw line. That's for 3, and that's going to kick back. And we'll have a foul. Souza reaching over. It'll be Durfee's third, her first. Foul down the other end. Jenkins is going to go back to the free throw line after Durfee picks up number 4. It's the second on Hayes Paulette. So twice she's gone to defend Jenkins, and Jenkins has gotten the best of her. First shot misses, no good. Jenkins going baseline, and Hayes Paulette there blocking, not giving her a clean look. 1 for 2 at the line again, 2 for 4 in the game. Down to Carrero, and she'll get it to go. And getting down the stretch here, you know, want to get desperate, but this is really a game that Durfee needs to win, particularly after dropping 3 straight, and they've all been conference losses. It started with New Bedford a week ago. Then BR on Tuesday and Dartmouth yesterday. So this is not a game the Hilltoppers really can afford to lose, as they're making a push for the playoffs. Before this week, they were 8-4, in danger of slipping to 500. Hargraves hanging on to it, able to pass it off. O'Connell looking for help back to Hayes Paulette. 10 on the shot clock. Time winding down. That's for 3, and it's good. Long ball for O'Connell. Durfee's first, and it's a 2-point game, and stepping out of bounds. What are they calling a foul? Calling a foul on Carrero. Durfee's 5th. Decent crowd here at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center on this Friday night. Crane thought about it. Out of bounds. That'll kind of upset the apple cart a little bit. The Indians will have to inbound it. They'll only have 13 seconds to work with. Zuber checking back in. Oliver heading to the bench. Jenkins out to the point. They're going low with it, and draws another foul. Jenkins again. Durfee's 6th foul. First on O'Connell. And Jenkins to the line for the 3rd time. First one is good. They had Crane wide open, on the near side. You just saw her. She just drifted off camera. She was wide open in the corner, sitting there waiting for the ball, and they went low with it. Pays off anyway, because both shots that time made by Jenkins. She's now 4 for 6 at the line, hitting her last 3. Tough shot, and it doesn't go for Souza. Hargraves gets kind of into a bit of a collision, tries to jar it loose, and just barely keeping it in there with Zuber. Now out to Crane, to Hall, back to Crane. Now she'll go for the 3. Looks good, it's good. Crane with the long ball. Her first from downtown, 5 points for her. 7-point Dartmouth lead, the largest offensive foul against Carrero. That'll be her second foul, and now the Hilltoppers with 7 have put Dartmouth into bonus. Watch right here. Crane sets. Bang, bang, very close. Feet just planted in time. Carrero trying to reach up there and jar it loose, going for it again. This time it's deflected. Oh, and it's picked back off by Zuber. We'll go back the other way. Now Kuchar takes it back. Hargraves. Blocked again, another turnover. Both sides not handling the ball very cleanly. Coach Richards not happy, says, I'm yelling timeout, yelling timeout. There's 3 of you here, and no one's listening. 3 meaning 3 officials, because of course for conference games, there's 3 officials, not 2. And now coach gets the timeout as the deflection again, so another turnover for the Hilltoppers. And the Indians will go into the timeout. 4:41 left in this first half. Hilltoppers have picked up 5 more fouls in the second quarter, 0 for Dartmouth, and they hold a 7-point lead. High pass and picked in the air by Zuber before it came towards me. Thank you very much. Jenkins, double team down low. Now high off the glass. It won't go for Crane as it fell off the side of the rim. Hargraves calling for it. Down in the paint. It's deflected. Good block down low, and the Indians take it back. Long 3, Crane all alone, and it's in and out. Out off of Jenkins and then O'Connell, and it'll be Dartmouth ball. Cheesebro. The double figures. Her first basket this quarter, 11 points in the game. The lead is 9. Indians. Kuchar setting for 3, and that's no good. Good rebound for Hargraves, and she can't get it to go. Wide open three again. Might have been deflected by Hayes Paulette. Indians will have possession here. Hargraves got a hand on it. Cheesebro, though, was there to grab it behind her. Tough shot. Can't get it to go, and keeping it in is Hayes Paulette. The Hilltoppers rather take it back. They'll get it to Carrero with 3 minutes to go. Out of bounds. Oh, I thought that was going to be Dartmouth ball. Tell you, Durfee's got something they got to take a look at, and I'm seeing this here. Every possession that the Hilltoppers have, trying to pass the ball, the Indians are playing with their hands up, and almost everything's getting tipped. So obviously what's happening? The passes in the air are not doing it for you. Got to start driving the lane more, I'd say. The shot clock violation, and the Indians defense stymies Durfee's offense again. Durfee playing up. Crane is all alone on this near side, bottom of your screen. Trying to get some separation. They'll kick it to her. Now back out. Oh, thrown away. Out of bounds. It was intended for Oliver. And it let her a little too far away. Out of bounds. Carrero couldn't handle it. Got screened, ran into defenders down low on the baseline, and it'll be Dartmouth ball. Another turnover for Durfee. Mishandled by Jenkins, and Indians will give it right back. Have a jump ball. That was almost stolen again by Dartmouth. And thanks to the jump ball and the possession arrow, the Indians will have it. Emily DePina coming into the game. Hargraves to the bench. Wide open down low is Crane. Said it earlier, so again, that's the disadvantage of the kind of half-court press and playing up, is you chance leaving somebody down below, and it burned Durfee again. They're down by 11. Kuchar, jump ball, no, lost it, and a travel called. It's interesting, you know, seeing game to game how things get called by different groups of officials, because 2 nights ago, that ball came loose where the Indians had a hand on it for a split second. That would have been a jump ball. We were looking at it all night in the boys game at Durfee. We did against New Bedford for Fred TV. That was on Wednesday evening. Anything that was touched, I mean, some of these players were making full-on basketball moves to the hoop, like trying to drive the lane, and if the other team got a hand on the ball, not even hugging it, just one hand on the ball, they were calling a jump ball, and it just didn't make sense. Carrero looks for separation, looking for the three. It's not there. O'Connell almost a travel. Oh, they're gonna call it. Extra step. We're under a minute here. Hilltoppers with just 5 points in this second quarter. Cheesebro, beautiful. 13 points for Cheesebro, and they left it behind. Carrero gets there, gets it to DePina. Foul coming against the Hilltoppers. DePina will pick up the 8th team foul. It's her first, and it'll be a 1-and-1. Oliver going to the free throw line, looking for her first point of the evening. It is no good. Crane boxes out, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be Durfee ball. 16.5 seconds before the half. Hilltoppers could really use a basket here. Down 15. Deep pass to Hayes Paulette, and she loses it. Now Carrero comes in, punches it loose, and is fouled. Finally gets her foul. A couple times I thought it should have been called. That's just the first foul in this second quarter for the Indians. Jenkins first, third team. 2 shots for Mackenzie Carrero. First one good. Right there, the interference by Jenkins getting in the way. Both free throws are good for Carrero. She's got 8 of Durfee's 13 points. 2 seconds. And nothing doing. That's it. No shot. No buzzer beater that time. At the half, 26-13. The Indians have upped their lead from 6 to 13 points. Very impressive second quarter. 14 more points and holding Durfee to just 7. So more offensive difficulties for the Hilltoppers. Got to figure out a way to get back the rhythm. They have not looked settled over the last few games that I've seen them. Dartmouth taking full advantage on their home court. Jenkins with 6 points in the game, 7 for Crane. Cheesebro leading the way with 13. She's got half the team's points. She's really having a good night, and it really started in that first quarter. And for Durfee, it's been Carrero and O'Connell. It's not just a 2-girl show here. They got to get more players involved. Ladies got to work on the offense for Durfee. We'll take the break here at halftime as the dance crew for the Indians has hit the court. We'll let you enjoy the show. We'll be back with the third quarter after this. Second half about to begin here at Dartmouth High School as the Indians and Hilltoppers have hit the court. Durfee will start with possession. They've got some work to do. Down 26-13, another tough offensive half for the Hilltoppers. Dartmouth's defense, I mean, don't take anything away from the Indians' defense. It's been very good. But the Hilltoppers have not done well offensively, though, over the last couple games. It has been a struggle. And Dartmouth's defense has been, getting the hands in there, getting the hands up on passes. I mentioned that earlier. Trying to jar the ball loose. So they're getting it done, and they're getting the shots. They're making the shots. Like, prime example right there as Cheesebro picks up right where she left off. Durfee had multiple looks down this end of the court. Couldn't get it up and into the basket. Cheesebro, tough shot from about the free throw line and is able to get it in off the glass. So, the shots are falling, they're falling. When they're not, they're not. And when you're pressing, it seems like they don't go more often than not. Carrero out to O'Connell. Back to Kuchar, and now back to O'Connell. She'll want three. She'll take the shot. It's no good. Three for Crane. That's short, and it goes out. So, and that's another thing. Both teams were not very clean with the ball, particularly in the second quarter. Lots of turnovers. There's a rebound there, that tough rebound, but it does go out. Hilltoppers couldn't handle it, and Indians will get a fresh 30. Jenkins with the jumper. The rebound going into the hands of Kuchar, and Carrero will take it up the court. Long pass, it's deflected. Excuse me, that was Hargraves with the pass. Down the court, but it was tipped again. And it upsets the flow. We saw that earlier this week as well. Those of you watching from Fall River saw our coverage in Fall River, and it was the same thing. A lot of tipped passes in the game against BR. It's a tough shot, and it's good for Carrero, who's up to 10 points on the night. 41 points from 1,000 at 9:59 for her career. Hilltoppers get the defensive stop, and it's tipped again out of bounds. They were going for O'Connell. Cheesebro gets the hands up, and it stops the play. And then it gives the Indians the opportunity now to kind of see what Durfee wants to do and get their matchups defensively. Not a fan of the long passes for any team, really. If nothing's there, don't force it. Hargraves will inbound. O'Connell driving the lane in the paint. Some contact there, kept in, no, out of bounds. And no foul, it'll be Dartmouth ball. So another turnover. Jenkins passing baseline to Zuber. Carrero and Hargraves down there, and Hargraves trying to get it off of the Indians, bounce it out of play off of, I think it was Zuber or Oliver, and it did not deflect, so Dartmouth has it. Zuber loses it, Falling on it is Hayes Paulette, and a jump ball will go Dartmouth's way. Wide open three is no good. Down the court to Hargraves. Carrero to her left. Hargraves takes a shot well off the mark. Carrero is fouled and she'll go to the line. Crane's second foul. She had one in the first quarter. First team foul for the Indians. 2 shots for Carrero. Had 2 shots back in the second, hit them both. And hits that one. And Crane a little over anxious there. The official down low making Souza sit down. They'll bring out Evangeline Souza as Juliana sits down and says she's got jewelry or something. I think that's what I heard. Took them till halfway through the third to notice it. A miss on the second shot, rebound to Cheesebro. Guys in the truck, you're making me laugh. Oh, we have fun. We have fun. Jenkins with the basket. 8 points for Jenkins. Seriously, 3 officials on the court. It took till the third quarter to realize that Souza had jewelry, if that's what I heard right. Sure sounded like it. Seven on the shot clock. And Carrero draws the foul. And a jeering cry from the crowd. Wanted offensive. Now, that looked more offensive than the one that was called earlier in the game. Crane gets tagged with it. But I'd say that looked offensive to me. Like I said, I think there was more there than when Carrero got called on the offensive back in the first half. Third foul for Dartmouth. It's Jenkins' second. Looks like Hall is getting ready to check in. I wonder if Crane will come out with a 3. 2 shots for Maya Hayes Paulette. From behind, Crane is out as suspected. Hayes Paulette missing the first and missing the second. Quick 3 for Cheesebro is going to be no good. And the Indians get the rebound from Zuber, and she'll go to the line on Durfee's first foul here in the second half. Second foul on Kuchar. Nothing but net for Zuber. She gets in the book her first point of the night. And you saw Kuchar had her hand on the wrist. And Dartmouth will get the rebound. Jump ball, it'll be Durfee ball this time. But another rebound for Dartmouth. They almost had another shot at it. Carrero out to O'Connell, thought about 3. Faked it. Now to Kuchar. Back to Carrero, deep in the corner. Down low to Hayes Paulette. And Cheesebro will get called on her first foul, the 4th team foul for the Dartmouth Indians. That one coming on the floor, so Durfee will inbound. Quick pass into Hayes Paulette. Spin move, down in the paint. That was pretty. She is the first Hilltopper other than O'Connell and Carrero to get a basket tonight. I said it at the half. Durfee needed to get more players involved offensively. And Coach Karen asking if that was a travel. Looked like a couple extra steps. Kuchar's going to be hit with her third foul. It's Durfee's second. She has them both in this third. Let's see. 1, 2. Kind of bang, bang. You could argue that Kuchar was there before the travel. Hilltoppers lucky to come away with that rebound. That is for 2 for Souza. Carrero's third foul. The board says 2, but she has 3. Taken away by Hayes Paulette. Almost lost it. Double team down low. Trying to get free. Down the court. Carrero is waiting all day long. And she'll get the layup. Hall. Not a lot of space. And a jump ball. So both coaches questioning what is a jump ball. It's funny because I mentioned it just a little while ago. This should reset the shot clock as well. No, 10 seconds. Desperation 3 is no good. Hayes Paulette with the rebound and another jump ball. This will be Durfee ball. Carrero, pass out of bounds. Hilltopper's lucky they're keeping it because the pass kind of led Hayes Paulette out of bounds. She was able to keep it in and then deflect it out off of the Indians. Durfee will have to reset here with 18 on the shot clock. Tipped. Carrero comes flying in and another jump ball. Nope, the official on the backside saying it was a kick. Either way, Dartmouth ball. Last minute to play in the third. Dartmouth up by 10, looking for more. Jenkins is fouled. Oh, a travel called. Out to Carrero, almost lost it. Able to retain possession. Hayes Paulette called on the foul, offensive foul, Durfee's fourth, and it turns the ball over. Called a screen. And she'll get it back as Jenkins turned around and met her face to face. Hargraves, Carrero coming around on her right. They'll give it to her. There's like a 1/10 of a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Hargraves puts it up. It is no good. Loose ball picked up. Indians have it, 4 seconds. Down low is Crane, and she'll lose it. Durfee will have it with 2.4. And Fernandez could not get the assist out of bounds. Heaving it down the court, nothing doing. Well, for Durfee, a 9-point third quarter. They held the Indians to just 6, but they're still down by 10. Dartmouth holds a rather comfortable lead heading into the fourth and final frame. But defensively, definitely a win for the Hilltoppers to limit Dartmouth to just 6. That's what they needed out of the locker room, just unfortunately still not getting enough offensive production. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 points for 22 so far in the game. Hilltoppers have not hit double digits in any given quarter tonight. So, I mean, if you're the Indians, you kind of just got to keep doing what you're doing because they're not giving Durfee many good looks either. But for the Hilltoppers, whatever they change defensively, whatever they're doing coming out of the half, they got to keep that up as well. You know, interesting to note is going down the stretch run here again, Crane had 3 fouls, and she sat for a lot of the final, a lot of that third quarter, the second half of it. Didn't really see her that involved when she had come off the court. So she's back out there now. Final 8 minutes here from Dartmouth High. Evan Massoud with you on DCTV as Durfee and Dartmouth square off in girls hoops for the second straight night. Capping off the week with Southeast Conference play. That's for 2, and it's short. And it'll kick back off the rim and go out of bounds. Crane back out to Zuber, now to Oliver. Crane got some separation for a second. Souza dropped back, then came forward. Now back to Crane. Quick 3 is going to be no good. Loose ball. And Carrero able to snag it and get it off to O'Connell before any whistles are blown. Jumper for Carrero is good. Mackenzie Carrero with 15 points. Let's see, 15 points. Come on, Evan. Add 36 from 1,000. Ten on the shot clock, feeding Oliver down low, and it won't hook in. Pops back out, hit the rim though, fresh 30. She'll take the jumper, and it's good. Her first field goal of the game. Got her own rebound and then made it happen. That pass down low. Turnover for Durfee. Durfee's 5th foul. They're calling it's going to be the 4th foul on Hayes Paulette. And at the line is Zuber, her 2nd trip to the free throw line. So clearly interfered with by Hayes Paulette. The question is was there a travel before that? Because we saw very similar play a couple moments ago down the court that could have gone either way. And it wasn't called, and this time it was called a foul. That's for 3 from O'Connell, and it's no good. A bounce back off, almost springboarding off the back of the rim. Hayes Paulette comes in, jars it loose. O'Connell picks it up. Jenkins on her tail feathers. Down the court, tough shot. It's no good. Offensive foul called against, oh! Offensive foul, O'Connell kind of threw the ball back down on the court in frustration. And it hit off of one of the Indians. I'm surprised that a tech was not called. She's clearly frustrated. 6th team foul for the Hilltoppers. Out to Zuber. Now an offensive foul against the Indians. It's the 5th Indians foul, and it's called on Cheesebro, just her 2nd. Both of her fouls have come here in the 2nd half. .520 to go. Durfee down 12. As Carrero tries to find a lane, and she's fouled. Oh, offensive again, and that's on Hargraves. Now Coach Guimond is up from the bench. That is not an offensive foul. That is total garbage. Coming in. Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. Travel call, back the other way. That was on Hargraves, her 2nd. Durfee with 7 fouls, by the way, after that last one. Three for Hargraves, long and off the mark. Another travel, going back the other direction. Hargraves with it, trying to set the play. Carrero trying to get back out to the point. Double teamed as Hargraves, loses the ball. Was bumped into. Some good contact down low. Another travel call. Now Coach Richards not happy with that call. Durfee's getting the chances. I mean, 3 straight turnovers for the Indians, but there's been no points over the last 2 minutes for either side. That's a tough shot for Carrero. Bounces back the other way. Carrero takes it right out of her hands and then is fouled. Sixth foul. Carrero just yanked it out of her hands. and then was fouled from behind there by Oliver. 2 shots for Carrero. Rare miss for Carrero. That's actually 2 straight that she's missed at the line. Other than Hayes Paulette this last quarter, Carrero the only Hilltopper to go to the free throw line. She's missed her last 3. And a timeout called by the Dartmouth Indians. So Durfee gets the break with the foul call and can't hit any free throws that time. So again, more frustrations. We're halfway through the 4th. Durfee with just 1 from the field. Indians with 1 from the field and 2 free throws. Well, just looking ahead here, the season is starting to wind down. You know, for Dartmouth, they are playing a 20-game season, so tonight is game number 15. They still got 5 more to go. On Tuesday, they will be at Brockton. And then on Friday, they will host New Bedford here. So 2 more conference games for the Indians. For Durfee, they're mixing in a non-conference game on Monday, and Boston Tech coming down. We've seen this at Durfee over the last couple seasons, try to get some of the Boston teams involved, and usually it's just kind of a one-hit. It's not like a series, basically, you know, we're playing home and away. So Boston's coming down here for 1. Durfee had the girls had another oddball game earlier in the season that they traveled for. But Boston Tech coming down on Monday, and then that's to Durfee. And the Hilltoppers will also host on Friday. So 2 home games next week. And so it stands to think that Carrero, who's sitting at 15 points tonight, 36 from 1,000, that she should, if she hits her averages, she should be able to hit that plateau next week. And we're anticipating that it would be Friday against Brockton at home for the Hilltoppers' final home game. So that would be quite the accomplishment. It'd be great to see it because long 3 is good. Zuber with the long ball. Now, getting back to Carrero, the Hilltoppers, last time they had a 1,000-point scorer was December 2000, to see it at home, was December 2014. Brianna Camara did it in the opener of her senior year. And then a couple years later, it was Shaylin Carrero for the Hilltoppers, but she did it at Somerset, as close to a home game as you can get, I suppose, just being right across the river, but it was not at home. So it'd be real sweet, I'm sure, for the Durfee fans and for Carrero to do it on her home court. And she'll have 2 home games to try to get to that point. I'm sure she'd like a couple extra points here as Durfee's down 15. That'll help. That's for 2, though, from Evangeline Souza. We're under 3 minutes. Cheesebro has been quiet in the second half. 13 first half points, just 2 in the second half. Durfee picking up foul number 8. It is going to be O'Connell's second. Third, excuse me. Free throw is good from Jenkins, who's at the line for the 4th time this evening. And she's hit 5 of her 7 free throws. That one off the front of the rim, kicks out. Crane gets the rebound. Zuber tries to put it up. It was deflected. Hayes Paulette is going to get called on a travel. And it's going back to Dartmouth. Running out of time, just getting it in, and Hayes Paulette jars it loose from Jenkins. 3 versus 1. Carrero somehow comes away with it. That was not a good pass from Hayes Paulette, but Carrero able to make something of it, and now she throws it away. Indians come away with it. What a tough shot. Doesn't go. Didn't hit the rim either. Now coming back in for it is Cheesebro. It's like she heard me. Another basket for her. 17 points. Game high. That's a travel. Or so it's called. I heard a slap. I heard something, and it wasn't ball, so it goes back the other way, and now a foul from behind on Souza. Durfee's 9th. Yeah, just whacked her right on the shoulder. One and one for Oliver. And it misses. Hilltoppers with the rebound. 90 seconds to go in the game. Down the court, O'Connell wants 3. It's no good. And Crane gets the rebound. Cheesebro gets by. Carrero, nice move to the basket for Cheesebro. Faked her right and went right by. Now Carrero to the basket. She'll put it up and in. And a timeout called by the Hilltoppers. Carrero with 17, averages about 18 a game. Had 13 yesterday, so that average knocked down just a hair, but up to 17 tonight. And 34 from 1,000. This was a good take around Cheesebro and then getting around Jenkins as well. Had good momentum to the basket before the timeout. Before that, though, was Cheesebro. Watch this. Juke right, and there was absolutely nothing Kuchar could do there. That was such a great take down the court for Cheesebro. Now up to 19 points. So Crane was held in check tonight after 29 yesterday. Crane with just 7 and 0 points in the second half. But it's Cheesebro who has stepped up for the Indians with 19. 60 seconds to go as the Indians look to climb back over 500 as Hargraves gets hit with her 3rd foul, team limit. Oliver 0 for 2 at the line tonight, 0 for 3 after the miss. Yeah, Hargraves clearly not set there. Oliver hits her first free throw of the night, 1 for 4, small sample size. It's 45-28, largest lead, 13 points. That's, I believe, no, it was up to 15 at one point. No, 17 points, my bad. Yeah, that's about the largest it's been all night. O'Connell trying to get some points back. That is for 2. Once again, just on the line. Hilltoppers with just 1 deep ball tonight. Tipped away, back to the point it goes. Indians with 3 from downtown. Cheesebro was tripped up, went down awkwardly. She grabs her knee. Call the trainer out, I believe. Let's see here. Oh yeah, collided and then landed on it. Very slight limp. Looks like she'll be okay. Foul was called on Carrero. Again, team limit, so Cheesebro at the line. With all the points that Cheesebro has, this is just her first trip to the free throw line. Everything from the field. Chance to get to 20 points individually. That one misses. Second one is good, and Cheesebro will finish the night here with 20 points. Final shot for Durfee. Kuchar to Hargraves again, out to O'Connell. Not even gonna get a shot off. That's how it'll end. Tough night for Durfee. But a big win for your Indians here in Dartmouth. Another conference win. They've won 3 of their last 4, and they are now above 500 at 8-7. Durfee dropping to 500, their 4th straight loss, and all 4 have been in the conference. So a real tough stretch for Durfee as they go down towards the end of the season here. You know, usually you're trying to build throughout the season, and for Durfee it has kind of been a bit of a step back over the last week plus. Tough stretch for the Hilltoppers. Did not get to double figures in any quarter this evening. 6 points in the first, 7 in the second, 9 in the third. That was their highest. 8 here in the fourth. For Dartmouth, 12 points in the first, 14 in the second, just 6 in the third. Durfee's defense did a good job in that third quarter, but another 14 here in the fourth quarter for Dartmouth to wrap it up. And that gives you your final, a 16-point victory, 46-30, Indians over the Hilltoppers. All right, folks, that's going to wrap up the work week here. We appreciate you tuning in. Our great crew behind the scenes getting you all the shots, all the replays and whatnot. We wish you a great weekend. I'm Evan Massoud. I will see you soon. Enjoy your weekend.